So today is October 3rd, 2025. I decided to make a quick trip up after work just to kind of see what it was looking like up here. I'm currently at Camp Creek. I'm actually turning around and heading my way back. So I know it's kind of hard to see because I'm looking into the sun, but that's looking at Camp Creek. I'm up here at the top at the Horseshoe. So after last weekend when I was here, it looks like they've worked on this section of Camp Creek. Looks like they've done some clearing out since I was up here last weekend. Definitely looks different. Looks like they're clearing out the culvert. I know that we got some rains up here, so I just thought I'd come up really quick and kind of see what the whole area was looking like. I know Montague last night got about 1/4 of an inch of rain. I'm not sure what they got here. But things definitely look a bit different than they did last weekend when I was here. I know it's kind of hard to see because I'm looking into the sun, but this area's got a lot of woody debris in it. And this would be Camp Creek as it goes out. I don't think I can do much about the sun glare, but I'm going to make my way around. So I'm going to pause it and I'm going to head on around the road to Scotch Creek. So I drove up here. This is kind of where this would be where Camp Creek comes in and it meets Scotch Creek. In this area, they've definitely done some more work since I was up here last weekend. They've cleared a lot of this debris out. I shouldn't say debris. They've cleared a lot of this habitat out from last weekend. They've definitely got a lot more woody debris down in there. I'm gonna walk right over here, so I'll pause it. So that's kind of like looking sort of up Camp Creek. I'm gonna make my way around so that you can see it. This is kind of a last minute video. Like I said, I know the sun is kind of hard right now, but they've cleared out this section too. I'll kind of come up here into the shade to where you can see. But that's looking down Scotch Creek. I'm gonna walk up here into the shade so hopefully you can see it better. I'm on the proper side of the fence, but it looks like they've been clearing some of this vegetation and habitat out, putting in a lot of woody debris. I know, like I said, it's hard to see with the sun shining the way that it is. But that's kind of looking down where Scotch Creek and Camp Creek come in together. So they've definitely put a lot more woody debris in here than what was in here before on Sunday. And that bench right there is actually what Camp Creek comes down. Or sorry, Scotch Creek, not Camp Creek. So anyways, I'm gonna pause it and I'm gonna go up to the top of Scotch Creek. So I'm here at the top of what we call Horseshoe. This is where Scotch Creek comes in. So this is what it's currently looking like today. I'll put my hand up there so maybe there's not quite the glare of the sun. But you can see that they have been doing work in here. It looks like they're bringing in some woody debris, a lot of rock. And right up there is where the creek comes in. So that's what this side is currently looking like. Sorry if I get my hand in there. I'm just kind of trying to help with the sun. This is what this side looks like. So I'll be curious to see if they thin some of those trees over there out. They still have a couple excavators right here. And it looks like, oh, you can't see it, in a roller. But this is what the other side of Scotch Creek looks like. They've definitely put a lot more woody debris in here. Some rock. I noticed that the culvert is all cleared out now. There is no more sediment in it. But this is what it's looking like going out. You can see that they've got the little road over there where they're working over here on this side. Now I'll flip over here so you can see where they got the excavator and the roller parked. I don't see anything on this side that says no trespassing. I do believe the public can go over on this side. Just showing you kind of what it's looking like down in here now as compared to Sunday when I was here. The wind is coming up. It's been cooler this week. I think we've been in the 60s. Like I said, we got some rain last night. We got some rain earlier in the week. It doesn't really look like they got much here because this is still all pretty powdery. And then right here is where the creek comes in. Not sure if I can see on the other side of this. But anyways, that's kind of the area where the creek comes in. We'll kind of turn around and show you what it's looking like from up here down to the culvert. Like I said, they've got woody debris everywhere in here, a lot of rock. So anyways, that's what it's looking like right here. I believe those are probably some of the trees that they took down. I'm gonna come down here and take a quick peek, just peeking through the culvert. Like I said, they've cleared it out. Just to show you what it looks like going through the culvert and on the other side. And this is what it looks like on the other side. So I come down the road just a little bit. That is the culvert where I was just at. So you can see what Scotch Creek is looking like. All the woody debris that they're putting in here. Like I said, they're definitely widening out that area and putting a lot more woody debris in. This all used to be pretty good habitat that they tore out. It was full of all the trees that you see over there and all the bushes. But they tore this whole area out, just like they did on the north side of that culvert. And now they're putting it back in dead woody debris. So I'm going to go on down and I'm going to show you what it looks like on the other side, because there's a lot of woody debris over there as well. So I drove down the road a little bit. I'm now looking up Camp Creek. So this is a better angle of it. You can see all the woody debris that they have put in this creek. They took out all the habitat that was there, both living and dead. And they replaced it with rocks and dead woody debris. And then over on the other side of that culvert, that's where I started the video. But I just thought I'd kind of show you what everything was looking like up here today. Looks like all the equipment is still here. I can't tell if all of the dump trucks are here. I can see I was over there, I think there's like 3 or 4 dump trucks and excavators. But this is what it's looking like down in here. The water that you see is not flowing think that that's what they hit when they hit the hard pan, all the water that was still within the dirt itself. But I'm sure you can see all of the woody debris that they're putting in here. There's a lot of it. It's going to be interesting to see what this does this winter when we start getting all of our wet weather. I'm going to pause it and go on the other side of these trees. That's looking down Camp Creek. They got a lot of bigger pieces here. Some of those bigger trees, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they took out of Scotch Creek. Looks like they're kind of burying some, like we've seen some of those type of structures up on Beaver Creek, East Beaver Creek, and you can see that they're burying woody debris through there. I know it's kind of hard to see through the trees. I'll see if I can go down here and get a better shot of it. So I've come down the road just a little bit. It's kind of a hard shot looking up Camp Creek from here. But this is what it's looking like. Lots and lots of wood. It'll be interesting to see what it does. Because I'm not sure at the highest flow what it'll even be during our wettest winter. We'll have to see what kind of a winter we get. But I think I'm getting to the point where you can start to see some of that woody debris that they've buried. I'm not sure why it turns funny when I get that zoomed in. Could just be the lighting. There we go, that's better. So you can see all the stuff that they've buried. But anyways, that is what it's looking like up here at Camp Creek and Scotch Creek. Like I said, I just thought I'd make a quick trip after work just to kind of see what everything was looking like, especially after our winter storms last night. So anyways, that's it for this video. That's it. Hope you guys have a great night.